What's good with y'all, man? Welcome back to another video. It's your boy Mfogan Duli. It's good to be able to be back here again. It's cool with Miss Chat. So yeah, Zindoza Corner. It's your boy Mfogan Duli. Today I'm gonna talk about absorbing the lessons in your life. You must learn to absorb the lessons in your life fully. Don't allow situations to just pass you by and you didn't learn anything from them. Don't allow situations to just pass you by and you didn't gain any sort of wisdom or any sort of experience from them. Everything happens for a reason, of course, but there's a lesson behind everything that happens. And it can be good, there's lessons in good things, there's lessons in bad things as well. But what I'm trying to push across is that you must be able to absorb lessons from most or all situations that you come across, on a daily basis, because if you don't, then you're gonna learn the hard way, and learning the hard way is not the best way. It's a good way, but it's not nice. You learn the hard way, you learn through pain. Pain is a necessary part of life, and we all have to go through it, and we all have to learn to deal with it. Even I'm the master of dealing with pain, But I don't like saying that because I feel like I'm affirming to the universe. Yes, but I don't really like pain like that. But when it's here, I accept it. I do what it takes to allow it to help me grow. Do not let situations pass you by and they don't mean anything to you. Of course, everything happens for a reason. Of course, there's lessons in all things, but the most important thing is, are you absorbing things from them? Or are you just gonna let time just pass? Time just, time is gone, bro. Time is gone. A lot of people don't. My mother tells me this all the time. People move like they have forever, and time is moving. Time is ticking, and that's kind of the reason for me developing a sense of urgency. It's not 100% where I want it to be, but I'm much better than I was when I started. Right? Those are the lessons that I'm observing on a daily basis. You could see, we are not going to live forever. I don't even want to live forever, honestly, but we are not going to live forever. So we must make the most of whatever time we have here. And how can you do that? You have to have urgency in your life. You have to have the need to do something, the need to fulfill, the need, to accomplish something. It's not easy, but the most important thing is, are we accomplishing? Are we getting closer to where we want to be? Are we getting closer to the goal? Absorbing lessons is not, just about sitting and saying, I'm never going to do that again. No. The other ways to absorb lessons is that they open up different perspectives for you. For example, I spent a lot of money doing something that was dumb. I was chasing after the wrong things. And I ended up spending a lot of money which was unnecessary. But, the lesson was never even about the money. Whatever. The money's gone, whatever. But the perspective that I got from that was, the amount of energy that I put into this, if I can be able to, transmute it and put it into something worthwhile, man, I can do great things. I can do amazing things. If I can be as excited, to do that compared to, me pushing other things that are going to propel me to, success, then I can go far. That's what I'm saying. So obviously, learn to absorb the lessons. Chase pussy. Absorb the lessons in your life and, allow them to propel you forward. To boom for and do it always,